Hello everyone, so these are going to be our warm-up exercises, so we're just going to go through it with you and then be happy to join along. Just feel free to join along with us. So we are going to start the warm-up exercises in 3, 2, 1. So marching on the spot, we're going to start off with marching on the spot, just nice and easy. Our first exercise whilst marching on the spot will be some shoulder circles. So just doing 8 shoulder circles going forward and then 8 shoulder circles going backwards. Now going backwards. Now just relaxing those shoulders, we can go back to marching on the spot. So our next exercise will be some heel taps in front of us. So pulling our toes upwards and then just tapping our heels in front of us. Repeating this 8 times on each heel. Then just going back to marching on the spot. Our next exercise will be some elbow circles, so placing both our hands on our shoulders whilst marching on the spot and just doing some circles with our elbows, just repeating it 8 times. And whilst still marching on the spot, we're going to go the other way in one moment. Just go. Now we're going to be doing some elbow circles going backwards, just doing that 8 times whilst still marching on the spot. Then we could just relax those elbows and just continue marching on the spot. We're going to move on to some toe taps now. So just tapping our toes to the side and doing the other side and just repeating that 8 times on each side. And we're going to go back to marching on the spot. Our next exercise will be the bicep curls. So as we are still marching on the spot, we are going to be performing a bicep curl. So just making a fist whilst bending our elbows towards us and then straightening our elbows and then releasing our fists. And then just repeating this exercise 8 times whilst still marching on the spot. And we can relax those arms and we'll just continue marching on the spot. Our next exercise will be some high knees. So we're just going to bring one knee up at a time as far as you are comfortable and just repeating this movement 8 times on each knee. Please ensure that you are next to or near a stationary object like a table or chair for assisted balance. And we can go back to marching on the spot. Our next exercise will be some breaststroke arms. So whilst we're marching on the spot, we're going to have our hands out and then performing a breaststroke as if we were swimming. Ensure that you have enough space either side of you when performing this exercise. And we're going to relax those arms and just continue marching on the spot. Now we are going to be moving on to some arm circles, so we're going to do one arm at a time. So just doing some gentle arm circles going forwards, just forward circular motions, and then starting off low and then gradually progressing, going higher. Just doing that 8 times. And we'll do the other arm forward arm circles 8 times as well. Again, starting off low, and then gradually progressing, going higher. Making sure we're still marching on the spot. Then we're going to be doing some arm circles going backwards with the original arm. Just again, starting off low, gradually going higher, repeating that 8 times. And then switching over to the other arm circles going backwards, starting off low and then gradually going higher each time. And then we can relax those shoulders and arms and just continue marching on the spot. So now we are going to be moving into some squats. So we are going to have our feet shoulder width apart, our back straight, arms out in front of us, and then going down as far as we are comfortable. So just bending the knees as far as we are comfortable. So here is a better angle of the squats. So just making sure we keep our back straight and just going down as far as we are comfortable. Repeating this exercise 8 times. And just going back to marching on the spot. Now our next exercise is going to be some upright row. So having our hands together in front of us and then just lifting up our hands whilst keeping our elbows at a 90-degree angle, and just repeating this movement 8 times whilst marching on the spot. You should start to be breathing a little deeper. Your muscles should feel like they're feel a light amount of effort, and your body as a whole should start to feel a little warmer. And just going back to marching on the spot. Our next exercise will be a forward lunge, so hands on hips, and then taking one step forward with one leg and then bending down as far as you are comfortable. And just making sure your toes are pointing forwards and just repeating this movement 8 times on each leg. This is a better angle of the forward lunges. So again, making sure our toes are pointing forwards and then we are going down as far as we are comfortable. And moving back to marching on the spot. Our next exercise is high knees, opposite hand. So we are going to be raising our knees as high as we are comfortable, whilst using the opposite hand to touch our knees. So just repeating this movement 8 times on each knee. In order to progress this exercise, you can raise your arms a little higher and bring your knees up a little higher. And we move back to marching on the spot. Our next exercise will be some backward toe taps whilst having our arms raised forward in front of us. So just tapping our toes backwards whilst raising our arms in front of us. Just repeating this movement 8 times with each toe. And moving back to marching on the spot. Our next exercise is hamstring curls, followed by some forward punches. So we are just going to be lifting our heel and trying to hit our buttock on the same side whilst punching forwards. So we are going to be repeating this movement 10 times. So here is a better angle of the hamstring curls along with the forward punches. So just lifting up your heels as far as you are comfortable whilst punching forwards. And we just move back to marching on the spot. Our next exercise will be some half stars. So this will be some toe taps to the side, whilst at the same time bringing your arms up to 90 degrees. And just repeating that on the other side. do this for 10 times, please. Then we're going to go back to marching on the spot afterwards. Yep. Our next exercise will be some heel strikes along with some bicep curls. So just doing some gentle heel strikes in front of us, our toes pointing upwards, and just placing our heel in front of us whilst doing some bicep curls at the same time, repeating this movement 10 times. And then moving back to marching on the spot. Our next exercise and final exercise will be forward punches, downward punches, and punches out to the side. So whilst we're marching on the spot, we're just going to punch out in front of us. Just doing this 8 times. Then punching downwards 8 times. Then punching out to the side 8 times. And just moving back to marching on the spot. And that concludes our warm-up. Thank you very much for watching.